Yeah.
I want to tell you that my dad, Kip Stevens, took me to see you one day and you were in your robes.
Yeah.
And we went into the courthouse. And you were a lot of the reason why a lot of us didn't get into trouble, because one time you made somebody scrub the courtroom stairs with a toothbrush.
That was in the Air Force. I did a lot of Gilbert and Sullivan stuff with the Duncan Musical Club, and one of their parts of Gilbert and Sullivan is let the punishment fit the crime. So we had, some of you may remember a fellow called Jack Stevenson worked for the city here. They would just put some new lawns in at Bowen Park, and this young kid from Parksville ran over them with his car. And Jack went after him and grabbed him, took him back to the police station, and had him charged. So when he was found guilty, obviously, I made him go back to the garden, or the Bowen Park every Saturday, work from 9 till 5. The caretaker of the park would look after, make sure he worked. But I also took his driver's license away. He lived in Parksville, incidentally, and the reason I got the guy, because Judge Winch had dealt with this guy, and he said, I'm a little biased, you better take him. So anyway, his parents had to drive him down every Saturday and wait for him till 5 o'clock, then drive him back in for, I forget for how many weeks. You know, that kid never came back into court. It's amazing.
Not even a bunch of us.
You had to have a little sense of humor in our court, you know. Some of the guys, like old Liner Bebo Parks, he never smiled at all.
Yeah.
But one good story, we had a prosecutor here who I didn't think was too bright. And this was a case, and this was in the old courthouse, so when we were up on Fitzwilliam by the next door to the police station. It was a hot August day, about 90 degrees inside the courtroom, no windows, no air conditioning. Me with this horse blanket on, you know. And this case came in about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The Crown presented their evidence, and it was a Section 5 of the Firearms Act, due care and intention using a firearm. The basic facts were the guy had been shooting off his rifle trying to get his scope ready for hunting season. And people were blaming, or saying that the bullets were going over the house. And the Crown's evidence was this guy was in a gravel pit, so I couldn't see how any bullets could be going over any houses in a gravel pit. So when the defense guy put his man on the stand, and what's your name, so-and-so, where do you live, extension, where do you work, Harmac? And then he said, are you married? This is the defense lawyer said to him, are you married? So he said, no, I'm not, but I will be tomorrow night. This is a Friday afternoon, it was a Saturday night wedding. So this rather dull prosecutor got up and said, I object to this line of question. What's it got to do with the case? And I said, Mr. So-and-so, this may be a shotgun wedding. Everybody in the courtroom woke up except the prosecutor. And I didn't think he was really too bright, because after a while he applied for what they call the regional prosecutor's job at Chilliwack, and he got the job. And then he said to me, you know, I really didn't expect to get it, but nobody else applied. And I thought, well, if I got that job and nobody, I wouldn't be telling anybody.
I'm going to have to.
Okay.
I'm going to have to. That's my hook, right?
Oh, the hook, yeah, okay.
But I invite you, I mean, we're not going to have time for questions, but I invite you to stay and you know, perhaps Judge Wardill will have a chance.
Yeah, for a small fee, of course.
First, yeah.
And don't forget December the 23rd, free coffee.